I love that.
They're D&D socks.
I love them. Don't dismiss
Jason-
the fact that I'm
Jason
going to
has
wear
totally
them
had
tonight
that
when I go to bed.
Is that the red and black ones?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to take these socks off and put those on and go to sleep when I get home.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes they disappear.
Yeah.
Well, we will. I was thinking about buying you some more of those D&D socks too.
Well, cool. Thanks.
All right. Do I want to use tiny dice today?
It- My character knows a language that's kind of weird. I've never heard of it before, and I don't remember why I put it on there.
Sylvan?
Quori.
What is it?
Quori.
Now is that the Kalishtar?
Uh-huh.
That might be the Kalishtar's.
That might make sense.
Makes no
Can't they
sense.
be like every other language and just name their language after their race?
Sylvan?
Still. It's another name for a fairy.
What?
Sylph, you know. Selkie, you know. So Sylvan
They're
doesn't.
not called selfies though.
Some are. Fairy's just a catch-all for all the fays.
We should just call the language thing.
They should. I agree.
Ooh, that was not a good roll.
What'd you get?
6.
Great roll.
600? Excellent. That's like
Not a good roll.
that's like a whole bunch. That's great.
It's great for a D6. It's not great for a
Great
D20.
roll.
Do you have our microphones on?
What's your
Of course I
modifier?
Are we on?
Oh wait, 2 of them just went off.
Weird.
Now they're back on. Very strange.
All right, let's see if I'm using my tiny dice.
Tech goblins have been very,
The tech goblins have really been trying
really
our
taking a
patience.
toll on us this year.
All right. Kraken dice. One's a 7, one's an 18.
Okay.
Kraken dice. One's a 20, one's a 7. Fuck, dude.
That's an over and under.
One's a 20, one's an 8. A 12 and a 1. That's less good.
That's
Come on.
less, is that less gooder?
That's less gooder. That's a 9 and a 6. Oh my god, you're getting worse. It's an 8 and a 2. Even worse. 18 and 6. Okay. Kraken dice are trying to kill me tonight. See? Maybe I have to go off purple. 18. 3. 4. 1. 3.
Oh yeah, that artwork is so good
I think the tiny dice are trying to
for the main characters.
Oh yeah.
Pretty awesome. Gonna work perfect.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yeah. So funny. So funny. Happy Monday, everybody. We are finally back after many weeks of illness, absence, errands, technical difficulties. And we're still working on our cameras. I am a little bit in the dark because the new cameras that I have out for our players tonight are still have to work on the white balance of the lighting. So until I get theirs dialed in, I'm keeping myself kind of in the background a bit, which is fine because, DMs like to be mysterious and not recognized other than their voice as things play out. But we have a challenge. Only 2 of our players can make it tonight, and they really wanted to play. So we're going to play. And part of the Keep on the Borderlands series is kind of an anthology, and a series of alts and backup characters are available to the characters. So tonight, Callista has played 2 characters, Tenshi and Cora. And then, of course, Carolyn is playing Evelyn and Delaria. Evelyn and Delaria. And every now and then we're going to break things up a bit like this, either using their alt characters or using their backup characters. We are also exclusively using 2024 core rules. And we're playing a version of Keep on the Borderlands instead of in the setting of its original setting, which could be either Mystaria or the world of Greyhawk. We're actually playing in Exandria, and keeping with the theme of it, the keep that kind of Overwatch is a major caravan artery of transportation, and people that roam this place are trying to do their best to make the place safe for the caravans and for the travelers. So we're keeping in the vein of Keep of the Borderlands, and we're using it as the lore and the backdrop of this. But we're also giving it a little bit of anthology, where because we're starting off as level 1 characters, people are free to come and go with their different characters. We do have main arc characters, but we have sub arc characters, so we have backup and alternate characters. So in this world that they wander about, they can take on and develop different characters and see if these different characters are characters that they like. So with that in mind, the 4 of you stand on a high cliff. A preacher echoes in your mind as you think about this place that you're looking down into. Father Bernard stands in front of you, the chapel. Listen, I a confession to make, no pun intended. But I'm missing something. A caravan carrying a very important item was waylaid, ambushed on the way to the city. The watchers of the region told me they suspect the ambushers came from a place called Caves of Chaos, an old valley made up of many different abandoned caverns. I've been told it's quite deadly, dangerous place to go to. His voice fading into the background as the 4 of you stare down. Tenshi, as the others look at you, describe yourself. What does Tenshi look like?
I'm a very short kobold. I'm red.
Okay.
I'm a red kobold.
Okay.
Very scaly, horns. And dragon.
Do you have your mount?
Yeah, so next to me, or underneath me, we would be standing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So next to me is a giant red ant.
And as Tenshi looks over at Cora, what does Cora look like?
Okay. Cora is a very tall Goliath ranger. She's. I had a picture and it went away.
Because I know the male Goliaths don't have hair. Does she?
She has hair, but on her head, but nowhere else.
A little top knot.
She doesn't even have eyebrows.
Like a like.
No, she has eyebrows, but no upper lip hair.
Okay.
I know, right?
No person there.
Hey,
It's like they're born into electrolysis.
lucky
Very
them.
tall Goliath, pale skin, the drawing designs, you know.
Is there a tribe that she's associated?
Yes. Hold on.
Is that something you get to choose? That's cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's in the background, right? In the background, yeah. So she is associated with a tribe, yes, but it is one that is so obscure that no one would have heard of it.
So you don't have one.
No.
So, with that in mind,
Any blows to the head, maybe?
No, she knows it.
Evelyn
Nobody else would know.
is
Very obscure.
you stand there looking down into the valley at the different levels where all the different caves are. You look over towards Tenchi and Cora. As Tenchi and Cora look back at you, what does Evelyn look like?
First she whispers, she said, Raven Queen, protect us and our chosen path and don't take us before our time. And she's very pious looking. She's holding her hands in a very prayer-like form. She's got pale blue skin. She's tiefling. Her hair is black and white. That might show the duality of her. Her eyes are golden and they kind of pierce animalistically. So she keeps them kind of hooded to prevent people from being
Creeped out by her?
yes. unless she's in her zealotry and then they tend to glow.
That makes sense.
She is about 5'6". She's on the younger side at 26 and she's very thin. But
Delaria, seeing the other three, when they look back at Delaria, what does Delaria look like?
now Delaria, she stands very tall. At almost 6 foot. She's 5'11". She has charcoal black eyes that seem kind of dead for like someone. She's kind of got some mercenary feel about her. Like she's seen a thing or two. She has completely white hair, and she's got alabaster skin. And she is a 35-year-old, and she holds herself like someone who is in charge of things and who is commanded a regiment or two.
As the four of you stand on the edge of this valley looking down, off in the distance, you can see contrails of smoke emanating from some of the caves, giving credence to the fact that there could be people living or seeking shelter down in here. The valley itself is massive. It goes on for many miles wide, many miles deep. You're currently on a footpath. Gravel, rock underneath your feet. The footpath looks like it begins to descend down towards the upper tiers of this valley. You can see cavern entrances or cave entrances. Some look like mines. Some look like maybe just the collapse of time as rocks, erosion, and weather may be creating inlets or possible entrances into the side of the valley. Give me perception checks as you guys glance around, pondering what might be in the area.
The first one got a 12 plus perception, 16.
Okay.
Second one
Uh,
got a 10.
Delaria got a 22. And
Okay.
Evelyn got 13.
15. Delarian is the first one to see it. Quick flash, almost as if the sun just reflected off metal. Delaria looks down the footpath about 100 feet towards an open cave where the flash of metal came from. Looks like the footpath kind of goes down 30, backtracks 20, and then down another 50 feet towards that open cave. It's the most activity you've seen so far.
Delaria is going to look over at her Goliath friend, and she says, Cora, are you familiar with this kind of terrain?
Got to pull that microphone more in front of you.
Hilly terrain?
It's a mixture of hill, cliffs, steep inclines. Imagine a dead end valley that has maybe 4 or 5 levels to it, with many different what looks to be old mines, cave entrances, kind of sprawling off in different directions.
Okay, I know there's a thing that says you.
Favorite terrain?
Yeah, but I can't.
Do you pick that at level 1?
I think so.
Should be under features, I think.
No, I'm
Traits or
looking.
features.
It
It's
used
not
to
there.
Be,
I
it used
mean,
to be level 1. It used like it's probably everything's like level 3 now.
I thought I picked it.
It might be faster.
you
to
can
go
hit
into
the
wrong
Alt tab. You hit the Alt tab, it might tell you.
What's? Oh, I'm in the alt tab.
You don't see it in the Alt tab.
No.
You probably haven't picked it yet.
I wonder if they took it out.
That's like one of the coolest things the Rangers can actually get. Why would they take
That
one?
could be a 3rd level.
Yeah, it could be a 3rd level thing. But I could
And you guys
more-
did max hit points, right?
Yeah.
Did I? Probably, yeah.
Okay, just checking.
I don't think
Yeah.
I'd have 14 hit points otherwise.
This is fair.
Okay, so I don't have a favorite terrain, I guess. So, or
It's fine.
it's one that we're.
Do you know if there would be another way in? Going in through the front might give away our projection.
I'm looking where she pointed, and I'm trying to see if I could.
Looks kind
Give
of
me a
rocky.
survival check. Yeah, as you examine the
Kind
area.
of rocky. It looks
You give me
kinda-
survival or nature.
Survival check.
Okay.
19.
19. This may be why brigands and bandits and others may choose to hide in this valley. As far as you know, there's no other way in other than these footpaths, which are under easy observation from these caves. If you know this place, it's probably safe. If you're here, those coming in that don't belong here, you feel that there's risk.
Like us?
Possibly, yeah. There's lots of low-lying shrubs and scrub trees and kind of desert-like plants growing out of the area. There's some cover, broken rubble. You guys might be able to sneak up towards the cave entrance, but you're not aware of any other entrances other than the front.
Nope.
Maybe the caves on either side of it could provide access. But so far, with all the evidence that you found back at the remains of the ambush site, this appears to be the main way that they've come and gone within this section of the Caves of Chaos.
Without a map of the tunnels, if there are tunnels, there's no way to tell.
Delaria will grimace at that and look down at her ring mail and realize that sneaking up probably won't be her forte, and then pleadingly will look at Tenchi. Got anything for this?
How big is that character?
My character, Delaria is 5'11".
My aunt might be able to carry you.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
Might.
Hint, hint, pass without a tree. Is it a thing? Both of your characters might
At
actually.
first level, I'm not
That's
sure.
a druid thing? No, that's not a
It's a
druid.
druid.
That's
It's a druid and a
ranger.
Possibly.
and some
Yeah.
clerics.
Some clerics do have it, yeah.
It's not a level,
Arcane tricksters, I think.
it's
can
not
have
a
it,
level
so-
1 spell.
Yeah. It's a little. Welcome to level 1.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey. All right. So she's like, do you think I should disrobe and then put it back on?
No, I think that'd take too long.
I'll just have to be careful.
What do you guys do?
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yeah, give me stealth checks. Give me a group
I'll
stealth
stay to the
check
back.
as
You guys stay forward.
So the lineup is who's in the lead? The Goliath.
Yeah.
So Cora.
So I'm going first.
Who's behind Cora?
Stealthy. The ant and Tenchi will take up the rear.
Okay.
I should.
I gotta name
Delaria.
my ant.
Delaria should take up the rear. It could be Goliath, Evelyn, or sorry, Cora, Evelyn, Tenchi, Delaria. Because Delaria is noisy.
Okay. Everyone give me stealth checks. We'll make it a group effort.
Okay. Well, this one's a disadvantage. You know. Oh, she rolled well. Okay, that's nice. I got an 18 and a 19 for her, so +3 for her stealth.
21.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then for
Cora
Evelyn,
got a 18.
Evelyn didn't roll well at all.
Oh, I
She
got
has +0, so 5.
5.
She's
Okay.
not even noisy.
Cora got an 18.
Cora got an 18.
And she is on the ant. So should I do the ant stealth or her stealth?
The ants.
Okay.
I'll say the ant has advantage because it's Tenchi's mount. So that it is trained.
It's kind of like spiders where they kind of creepy
+5.
crawl.
Yeah.
16.
16? Okay. It's not bad. With Cora in the lead, you begin to descend down the footpath. Going down the footpath, you realize that the rocks are a bit more jagged. And you're beginning to see sign that you saw earlier of footprints and boot prints coming through this way. Give me a survival check as you examine these
Cora?
boot prints. Yeah, Cora.
The ranger?
So she's leading the way.
Because Evelyn is behind you, she's going to pat you on the back and be like, "That is with you."
This way, you fucking priests.
D4?
Uh-huh.
Okay. 22.
22. You see distinct goblin tracks, the bare feet of goblins. Cora also recognizes smooth-skinned slippers and boot tracks. Whoever was here with the goblins were either prisoners, perhaps, or an unknown factor.
What did Bernard say they took prisoners?
Well, they did say that there was a caravan.
Yeah, but did he say they took prisoners?
He did not mention anything about prisoners, just that he wants this particular divine relic back from whoever took it.
Well, if there was a divine relic, likely there was a priest in charge of the relic while it was
Possible.
in the caravan.
Yeah.
So they probably.
What if the priest was the divine relic?
He might have mentioned that.
Would he though?
If he wants us to retrieve the proper thing, yeah.
But he didn't tell us what the relic was.
No, but if it is a divine relic, it would behoove us to make sure that the cleric or holy person in charge of the safekeeping is also well cared for. Else, it might not be proper. It might be tainted by the evil that the goblins exude.
Or we just kill it and take it.
What she said.
Okay. So, yeah, as you guys kind of huddle up over this finding that Cora found, with that roll as well, you notice 2 silver coins in the dirt.
Check them for
And
traps.
they bear the mark. You're checking for traps.
Check them
give me
for
investigation as you examine them before you pick them up.
It's like delicious in dungeons where it's like
Yeah.
money coins, bugs.
16.
They have emblems of the last bastion on them, which tells you they're from the nearby keep.
They have emblems of my son on them. I mean, the last bastion.
They do not appear to be trapped. They appear to have just been dropped into the gravel.
Pick them up. And as we walk. Now that's where the caravan came from?
As far as you know, the caravan at some point would have gone by there.
Okay.
The caravan actually originated in the city of Tennessee, which would be a good week and a half from this current location that you're at. Where you're currently at the Caves of Chaos, the keep sits near the Habalon River, near a community called Hiawit, and it sits up on a tall cliff face, looking down into the crossroads that lead into the Ashenador. So they would have been journeying in that direction. They only made it about halfway before they were ambushed.
All right. As we continue on, I'm going to look for more coins.
Yeah. With your continued stealthy approach, Evelyn at some point stumbles. As she stumbles, rocks kind of down the hillside.
On Raven Wings, protect me.
Which she says quietly.
Yeah, continue. Give me another perception check since you're leading the group down this footpath.
Or perception. 15.
15. Now there's signs of coin, but you find a discarded dagger sheath, like it was just kind of tossed off to the side. But it's just on the edge of the pathway. It has an emblem of the Divine Father Bernard's chapel on it. Somebody
we found
from
the relic.
his
Excellent.
chapel, you get the feeling, might have purposely dropped this on the path.
Oh, look, we found the divine relic. Excellent.
All right, we can go home now.
Well, I mean, I think the kobold will be like, okay, we found it. Let's go. No, this is trash.
Well, I'm still gonna pick it up.
Yeah, you pick it up, and
And the
sure
cloak.
enough, the symbol on it, the leather that it's made from, is very kind of typical of that area of the Tajinor. And this is another piece of evidence that the feeling that they definitely came this direction.
Definitely came this direction.
As a martial person, could I see if that was a weapon that was wielded or ceremonial?
Give me an insight check as you
Find
examine
the
it.
sheet.
You can give me insight or history,
We're
actually.
gonna look
Either one.
inside of it. I'm gonna look inside the sheet and see if it's got food.
It's
You know,
a
like-
scabbard.
When you put your
Oh, like-
knife back, yeah,
See if there's charcuterie remnants on the scabbard.
there are cheese remnants on the inside of the scabbard.
Cheese and meat. Oh, this one's rich.
I think this one was used for food.
Sadly, it was not a great roll. It was 8.
8.
Yes.
Could be both. It looks ceremonial, but it's robust enough. It could have also been used for purposes of martial means. It's not too uncommon for acolytes, priests, and other faith followers to carry small daggers on their person for both, utilitarian or ceremonial means.
Can Evelyn make a religious check?
Sure.
Yeah,
Not with those rolls.
it's religious.
What'd you get?
1.
It looks like a very nice scabbard. Dagger sheath. It looks.
It is not
nice.
a Raven Queen. I care not.
That tracks.
You guys kind of slowly continue down to where the path bends back, and then down directly into the main footpath that will take you parallel towards the first cave that you can see. The rocks are a little bit more jagged, a lot more shrubs and short trees out here.
I'm looking for more drops.
Give me investigation or perception, your choice.
Perception is better.
Okay.
19.
19. As you continue to look at the ground, you don't see any more items, but the tracks become a little bit more easier to understand. There's at least 5 goblins in a single file line with what looks to be maybe 2 humanoid, like humans with them. The first cave to your right, which is about 30 feet in front of you off to the right, the pathway clearly goes by it and heads towards the second cave where Delaria had seen that flash of light coming from.
I think we should investigate first.
With that 19, you also begin to smell like a cooking fire.
Does it smell like they're cooking people?
Do you know what cooking people smells like?
A Goliath and a kobold, of course I do.
Kobold might know. Does not smell like cooking people.
Oh, that's-
Smells like just like roasted food over a fire.
Okay. They're not cooking the people yet.
Yeah, we get along with this. We have to hurry.
Cora, from the first cave, you hear, "I don't know if we should eat this yet. It's still a bit raw." And then you hear another voice, "It's okay. Raw is good. It just puts worms in your belly. You know, the more worms you got in your belly, the better your belly gets." I don't think that's really how that works, but I guess we could give it a try. They seem to be speaking like a guttural common with goblin accent. And then you hear a third person. Listen, shut up. Just eat your food and keep your eyes out. That sounded distinctly human.
So from that, can we infer that the people are probably
One
in
of the
on
people was in.
it?
Possibly. And this is coming from the first cave, 30 feet to your right. You're kind of tucked into the cover and rocks of the side wall of the cliff. The next cave over is a good 70 feet beyond that cave. That's the one that, or 30 feet beyond that cave. That's the one that Delaria had seen that flash of metal.
So if we're gonna have to get past
And the
the
foot
first.
tracks go towards the second cave,
Correct.
though they have a lookout in the first cave. It doesn't look like we can pass by that cave unseen.
Certainly try.
Give me
Does it look like we can? Does it look like it possible? Or does it look like, oh my gosh, we're like,
Are we
hiding
like
behind
okay? This is
Okay,
how I'm
trees.
imagining.
I'm hiding.
I'm imagining.
This is what happens when theater of the mind rots on the tree.
Okay, this is what I'm imagining, and please correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Okay, I'm looking at. I'm looking at like
That was my
Could be.
Cliffs like this. You know, where there's like
Yeah, because you guys have come down.
it's like sheer
About
cliffs
it.
with
Not
path.
really. It's got a slight angle to it because you came down a footpath.
Yeah, we're on the footpath, but like, is it?
You're now on the main footpath, and you're looking at a more sheer, like wherever the footpaths are really the easy way down.
I guess,
Otherwise, it's jagged and sheer.
okay, so what I'm asking,
Mhm.
more or less, is if we were to somehow lure them out, could we Boulder's Gate kick them off the side of the cliff?
Well, yeah, because the footpath that you're on
Mhm.
is only about maybe 15 feet wide, and the edge of the footpath is a 50-foot drop down to the next one, where other caves can be seen, other mine entrances and caves. So yeah, you're at the top of
That
the.
would make a
Of
lot
the-
of noise, though.
What you do?
Yeah, you
lure
guys are
them
definitely
out, get them behind them,
at the very
drag
top
them.
of the chaos cave entrance area into the valley.
lure them out, gag them, and then we kick them off the side of the cliff so they can't make noise in their hole.
This is Sparta.
This is
Um,
chaos.
It sounds like there's only 3 in there, or does it
So far, you've heard 3. Sounds like 2 goblins and some human male's voice, as best you can tell.
So there's 3 of them.
at least? I think Tenchi should go up and come at them from above.
You see
And
2 goblin figures start to walk out of the cave, spears in hand. They're kind of complaining to each other. They walk directly out, stand in the middle of the path. They have a slight look down the cliff face. They look up. They look right at where you guys are kind of hidden behind rocks and shrubs. They look back away, and they both just sit there leaning on their spears, kind of going back and forth and talking to each other.
How far away?
You don't have to whisper.
How far away are they from us?
I just want you to know that we're whispering.
I just need to know you're whispering.
Stage whisper.
We're whispering.
Fucking bad shit. Because if I can't hear you, they can't hear you.
Right.
Exactly.
So we're assuming you guys are whispering.
Mhm.
However, now that they're present, I need fresh stealth checks, please. Because your first stealth check was your journey to this point,
Mhm.
and now that you're here and you're hiding, I need new ones. So Cora,
She's got good stuff. She got 17 plus 6.
plus 6,
Plus 6.
23. Nice.
Then she and I really have to name my aunt. Auntie have
Call him
Nancy.
Firecracker.
on fire.
Firecracker's a red ant.
Gabriel.
No,
Call him Squishy. Just call him dead.
21.
21. Okay. Evelyn.
So because still this disadvantage, roll a 3
Okay.
for a 6.
Okay.
No. Sorry, that's Delaria. Evelyn got a 14.
Evelyn got a 14.
Yes.
Delaria got a 6. Okay. as you guys are hiding, continue with your whispering.
Can't really surprise them.
I fucking hate you so much right now. I know you're whispering.
Get in character. It's
I
hard.
know you are.
Since we can't really surprise them because they're right there, we should probably just bum rush them.
We do maybe start with arrows.
I could definitely start with arrows. It is going to make noise, though. I mean, they're gonna scream and draw other people.
Maybe
And
we
that
should focus fire and kill one of them. Maybe we can get them both.
I can try and shoot him in the
Maybe we can
row.
Shoot on both.
I don't think I can get both of them with one arrow.
No, what I mean is like there's 4 of us here.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course, both of us. Okay, so we'll go after the right one. You go after the left one.
Sure. That
Okay.
works.
Okay, so you guys have surprise.
Cora's going to shoot them, I think.
Okay, you'll have advantage on
With
this
a
shot.
longbow.
Okay,
And Tenchi is going to.
Do you have weapon mastery with your longbow?
Mhm.
Cool. Slow.
weapon mastery, baby.
And Tenchi is going to. I'm thinking ice knife. That's a cantrip, right? Yeah. No. Which ones are my cantrip? Nope. Make firebolt.
So Tenchi's going to firebolt while Cora lines up a longbow shot. What are you doing, Evelyn and Delaria?
Delaria is going to shoot with the longbow, and Evelyn is going to use Toll the Dead, hoping that Delaria hits so it gets to D12.
Okay,
What's the distance on Toll the Dead?
60 feet.
definitely in range. So
All right.
everyone, go ahead and roll. Anybody rolling with ranged attack, either ranged weapon attack or ranged spell attack, you have advantage because you currently have surprise.
Cool.
Oh my lord. Mother. I rolled double 8s.
Oh, wow.
Gambler's luck.
Yeah, remember that's
That's a critical hit.
That's a critical.
Oh,
Yeah, gambler's
okay.
luck,
That's-
baby.
that's-
Well, I rolled
That's a
double
crit.
8s.
Yeah, yeah.
Rolls.
That's a
Humble
crit.
rolls. That's a good thing.
This will be a simultaneous action since we're not
Okay.
in initiative.
That's the longbow.
Okay.
Do you want the damage on that one first?
Do the firebolt as well because it's simultaneous. It's all going to be a
Alright.
calculus anyways.
Firebolt.
Is that a save or a ranged spell attack?
Okay. You hurl a mode of fire at a creature and object within range. Make a ranged spell attack.
Yep, so you have
against the
advantage.
target. Okay.
You roll a d20 and I believe it's your spell attack modifier.
Yeah. Which is +6. 8 plus 6.
14.
Fuck is with my 8. Pardon my language. Pardon my language. Sorry.
For fuck's sake.
For fuck's sake. I don't know if that's a 14. No, 14.
The firebolt was 14.
Firebolt was a 14.
First one was a crit.
Longbow was a crit, which is double damage.
Yeah, you can start adding up your damage for the crit for starters. Evelyn and Delaria.
18 for 19. Sorry for the hit
Okay.
on Delaria, and the Toll the Dead is the save. For
Okay.
14.
So the
it's
armor
just-
class on the goblins are 12.
Oh, so
That'll hit as well.
Yay. Okay.
So everyone do your damage calculuses for the bow shots and the firebolt.
The bow shot, you just double the dice. You don't double the
Well, we're using Gambler's Luck max damage.
Oh.
So you're
d8.
so it's automatically 8 points of damage.
And then you roll.
Then you roll a d8, then you
Okay.
add your modifier.
Okay. Plus 10.
Plus 10 for damage.
Oh, I rolled a 7. So 7 plus 4.
So that's 11 points of piercing
11
damage.
Plus the 8.
Oh, plus 8, that's 19 points
Yes.
of piercing
Nice.
damage. Now your firebolt.
The firebolt is a d10.
Okay.
10, d10, 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 d10. That's
Out of your 19 million dice.
You
Takes
can-
you that long to find a d10. That might be a good indicator that you have a problem. 4. Okay. So 17 and a 4.
It is 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. from
Okay,
the
for the longbow.
And
And then it's a con or wisdom save. Which rolls
Yes.
18 and 4.
that is a 13 minus 1 is a 12.
Yes.
No,
It fails.
11?
for-
Okay. I believe that's a D10 or D12.
D12 with the
D12,
because
yeah,
I just
yeah.
caused damage.
Yep.
19 plus 4.
Ooh,
Not 17. 19 plus 4.
Okay.
11
So
damage.
23. Okay.
He heard the toll. It is 11 damage.
So since you guys do this, like you execute it, like simultaneously. The arrow goes clean through the goblin's neck.
That's where I was aiming.
That kind of like turns in surprise and shock just as the firebolt hits it in the chest, sending it tumbling to the ground. Yours takes the arrow shot like right to the shoulder, looking kind of staggers just as the toll the dead, and you just watch as blood leaks from every like orifice of the goblin, and just his eyes roll back, and both goblins down on the ground.
Can I play that out a little bit?
Sure.
When the goblin hears the toll of the bell, his light flashes before his eyes, and the flutter of raven wings covers his eyes as they go dark.
Ooh, I like that. Unfortunately, Delaria stumbles on a rock while taking the shot and stumbles forward, nearly falls prone, makes a bit of a noise as her bow clatters onto the ground as she grabs it before it tumbles away. You see a man come quickly out of the cave. He's wearing all leathers. He's got a longbow in his hand and his sword half drawn from his back of the sheath. I need you guys to roll for initiative, if you would, please.
32.
All right. Evelyn has 10 because she has no dexterity. Lucky her.
Okay.
And
Cora got a 6.
Okay.
Delaria is also 10 because she has a +3 to her
Okay.
initiative.
What 10 she get?
And she got a 7.
7. As this guy comes stumbling out of the cave, he looks over to see where the noise comes and pulls up his longbow. Lets the arrow fly towards Delaria.
Can I get my? It's towards me. Never mind. I was going to.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
15 misses.
Okay. Watch it. The arrow goes right by him. As a bonus action, he's going to like kind of pivot away and get under cover as he ducks down behind a boulder. And you can see that he's readying a second shot. So he'll finish his turn. Either Evelyn or Delaria can go. You're both a 10.
Which are their decks?
Delaria will go first.
Okay.
How far away is he from me again?
He is 30 feet away behind. And he's got 2/3 cover behind a boulder.
Cool. That means I can get to him with 30 feet. Yes.
Yes, you can if you want to charge the boulder.
Absolutely. I'm going to keep my shield up.
Okay.
I'm going to grab my shield so my armor stays at 16.
Okay.
And I'm going to have a rapier in my other hand, and I'm going to bum rush him with my rapier.
Yeah. As you start running towards him, he pops up and lets an arrow go as a reaction. The arrow just bounces off the side of the rock to your right as you get into base with him, and he's standing there kind of like staring at you in a half crouched position.
And I can attack. I can attack.
Yeah, that was your move. Now you can do your attack.
Okay.
Theater of the mind. It should be practiced from time to time. It's an important skill to practice.
15.
15 will just barely hit.
Yes.
What's your weapon?
It's currently the rapier.
Rapier. You just feel it hit meat and bone into the armor.
I don't want to get him. That is 8 damage.
Points of piercing damage. He staggers, blood spurting from the wound as it's cascading down his armor. He's still on his feet, but he's looking very rough.
If you hit a creature with a rapier and deal damage to it, you have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your next turn.
Yep.
So next turn I should have advantage?
Yeah, that's the beauty of weapon mastery. It's a glaring hole that a lot of DMs have been discussing lately.
What are you talking about? It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
basically, at level 1, you could potentially have advantage all the time.
Yes. My other
depending
character,
on whether or not you hit, depending on the target, the armor class can affect it. But so Evelyn is up with Tenchi on deck.
Does this guy look like he's got a lot of strength behind him, or does it look like we can take him out quickly?
He looks quick. He looks lean and
You roguish.
yeah, well, not even roguish. He just looks thin and quick and just kind of, he looks dangerous, but that was a good strike into his like rib cage area with your rapier. And he's looking rough. He's bleeding badly and he's looking pretty rough.
All right. Then she's going to let him see the error of his ways and discuss his problem with the Raven Queen and have him roll. Actually, no, I'm going to roll Firebolt. Because, yes, Firebolt. I will do Firebolt.
MJ just closed up.
Yep.
The breakers are off. And there's the door.
There's only 3 of us, so.
No, I'm not worried about it.
Probably not. 12?
What are you trying to do?
Hit him with a Firebolt.
12. No, you watch as the firebolt crashes into the rocks right behind him.
I figured he'd probably be able to make it next time.
Evelyn says a bonus action and a move. And remember, all cantrips are bonus actions.
That's right. I'm going to command him to fall prone.
Wisdom save, I believe, correct?
Yes, it is.
That is a 16.
That's so fortunate.
Does Evelyn want to move at all? She's currently undercover along the edge of the wall that
if I can get myself
Delaria sprinted away from.
If I can get myself 3/4 cover, I will do that.
Okay, so she ducks down behind some nearby boulders. Tenshi, you are up with Cora on deck.
Okay. We're going to climb the wall.
On the ant. Skitter, like you skitter up the cliff face.
Bonus action, tie myself. Straps on my saddle. My saddle has straps.
Yeah, you kind of skitter up to the wall and you're facing down. If you take any kind of range shot from up there, you have advantage.
All right. And I'm going to firebolt because if I do ice knife, it might be do. Poison spray.
You can
Is
target
that a save?
No, it's a to hit.
Okay, yeah, go for it. What's the range on that?
30 feet.
Yeah,
You spray
definitely in
toxic mist
range.
at a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target on a hit. The
and
target
you
takes
have advantage because you have
1d12
height.
Poison damage.
Yeah, you have
Having worked with
advantage.
this person several times, Evelyn holds her breath because she's not targeting her breath. Smells bad.
19 plus 6.
I hate it when you
oof,
do that. Ugh.
25. That'll definitely hit. Roll for damage.
7.
7. From Delaria's perspective, you see an ant and Tenshi like just 10, 20 feet above on the side of the wall above the cave section that you guys currently are by, and a spray of poison comes down onto the guy who came running out. It cascades over his body. He chokes, he vomits, and he keels over dead.
Yes. That's what happens when you don't heed my command.
The corpse is just
May the Raven Queen spare you where I will not.
Okay.
Valarius was like, all right then.
and you don't hear any other footsteps. You don't hear anyone else come out of the cave. The other cave, no activity yet. That was a pretty quick fight. It's only been less than a minute since you've
I'm
attacked.
gonna go into the cave. Tenshi, it's gonna go into the cave.
Keep in mind, there's 2 dead goblins out on the footpath.
I know, is it the
I don't
deep
need
cave?
to-
Is it
I
the
don't-
deep cave?
I'm gonna go along the wall.
Delaria's going to throw the bodies into the cave.
Okay, so Delaria's going to go over, drag the bodies into the cave. What's Tenshi doing?
She's climbing down and
Down
around
and inverted
yeah,
into the cave.
checking the
Okay.
cave out.
Give me a perception check.
Just for her own flair, just in case it comes up before. And she's going to kind of make it to where it looks like they killed each other.
17.
That'll take time, but
I mean,
Yeah.
they're doing other things.
okay.
17.
17. What's Evelyn and Cora doing?
Watching, guarding.
Praying.
Cora, perception check from your hiding spot.
She's praying and guiding her.
Okay.
Right?
The Raven Queen will show you the way. I believe in you.
Perception or perception?
Yeah.
19 plus 5 plus
20.
3.
24, 27. Nice. As Cora and Evelyn stay under cover behind boulders and keep an eye out at the cave across the way, but you take positions in a way to support both Tenshi and Delaria. Delaria, you gather up the 2 goblins, and then you quickly run out and drag the dead human figure in as well. Tenshi crawls into the middle of the cave entrance, and there's not much to the cave that you can tell.
Mhm.
From what you can tell from your position, there's a campsite. There's a very low burning campfire with something cooking over it. There's 3 bedrolls kind of just laid out. There's 2 crates. There seems to be some kind of small metal box. You can see like a bag of grain. You can see like a basket filled with food. You can see that whatever's cooking over the fire is on like a spit. Looks to be like maybe like a squirrel or some kind of small rabbit or something. Okay. That's probably where the smell is coming from. You don't see any other threats in here. The cave entrance itself is maybe about 10 feet across by 15 feet tall. It goes in only about 30 or 40 feet and then suddenly just kind of stops. You know how caves kind of get dug out and just kind of stop. And feels more like a shelter than any traditional cave that might go anywhere. But there's also a lot of rubble and collapsed rock in here as well, so there could be more here.
As in, like
the boxes and stuff, or anything interesting?
Want Tenchi to check it out? Then she comes down. Give me investigation as you search the camp itself. Delaria, are you searching the bodies?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Give me an investigation as you search and figure out a way to make it look like they killed each other.
18.
18.
I don't think I'm going to get far with 1. All right, you're in the dice jail.
There you go. You got dice jail for your birthday. That's perfect. So while you're searching the bodies, you're searching the campsite itself. The crates contain kind of very fine, like china, ceramics, cutlery. The other crate contains very nice bronze statues and figures, and then the third crate seems to contain a lot of bolts of silk and really nice fabrics. Definitely things that probably have been stolen. You could see painted on the side of the crates the mark of the Castile, which means that these were actually either destined for the keep itself or originated from the keep. The small box, however, you pick it up and it kind of rattles with some coins. It contains 4 gold coins and 18 silver coins. Maybe they stole it or it was part of their loot for their findings. Otherwise, the bedrolls are kind of just plain and smelly.
Does the box with the gold coins are in, is it a nice box or is it just?
No, it just feels like maybe a random box that they were using to hold their coins.
Well, I'm just going to put the money in the pocket.
Okay.
Leave the box.
Okay.
We can come back for these crates.
Nothing of. I mean, they each had spears. The human had a longsword that's okay. It's nothing fancy. A longbow. I would say that you at least accumulate some more rounds of ammunition if you take more arrows. He also had a dagger.
I just because I shot an arrow, I just go back.
Yeah, you just kind of put it back in there. Nothing too fancy. I mean, no real wealth on either of the 3 individuals. Give me a deception check as you kind of make it look like they've killed each other.
Can Evelyn come up and give her guidance?
They're out front.
That's fair.
They'll have to make stealth checks if they come in.
What's over there? Still 1.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, your best bet is you make it look like they got into a gambling fight. So you put some cards out, some dice, and just kind of try to make it look like they got drunken in a fight. Not very good, but it might pass.
It might pass for a few seconds. We'll give us time.
Yeah, it's not very good, though. Especially since one of them has an arrow through its neck. The other one looks like it clearly asphyxiated on poison.
It's so subjective.
It's so subjective.
All right, so we're gonna go back to the cave entrance and continue on.
Yeah, you two as Tenchi and Delara come out of the cave. You can see Cora and Evelyn hunkered down under some cover, keeping an eye on the other cave entrance. No sign of anybody noticing yet. It's also like midday, so it's not early, it's not late. It's like midday at this point. Sun's kind of directly over the valley of the caves. You've got 30 feet in front of you to get to that next cave.
They don't have any kind of uniform, do they?
No, very bedraggled, simple. Like the goblins were wearing like patchwork leather, not even like traditional armor, just bits of leather stitched together. The other guy though had decent plain leather armor on.
Better than mine.
What do you have?
Evelyn has. Oh no, sorry. Delaria has ringmail, and Evelyn has. That's spells, not inventory. Has chain shirt.
Yeah, so neither of those would improve. Okay. Tenshi and Cora, what do they have on?
Tenshi has leather, and Cora has studded leather, but
studded leather would be better. Tenshi has equal armor to what the human was wearing, but it's not magical, so it's too big.
Way too big.
Yeah, it'd be way too big for Tenshi. I mean, if you want, you could take his leather armor and sell it, trade it, bundle it, and put it on Tenshi's aunt.
Yeah.
Okay. You bundle that up, put it on Tenshi's aunt. You guys are undercover. You got a nice chunk of boulder in front of you. Unfortunately, all of the area directly in front of the next cave looks to have been purposely cleared. And now that you're closer to it, you can easily see that there's empty crates in front of it. You can see a fire ring as well. Plenty of outside of it. So plenty of signs that maybe at night they might post guards. It feels like where you guys just came from, like this first cave, might be where they post guards for the day, and then at night they use that other position. So they seem organized.
Like they're more defensive at night where they can't see, but
well, they're goblins. They see better at night, but during the day they don't see very well. So being in the cave means that they can see better.
Are goblins more? They're nocturnal.
They tend to be more nocturnal,
or
but
cave dwellers.
Did the caravan get attacked in the daytime or in the nighttime?
it got attacked during the day.
Okay. All right, let's continue on.
Okay.
These goblins, they also speak common, which is unusual.
It was a very guttural, kind of crude common. It was not. You could tell they probably were speaking it because of the third person in their group.
Yeah, because there was a human there.
Yeah. You probably get the feeling they probably prefer to speak Goblin with their crude nature of their speech.
And she speaks Goblin.
Okay.
All right. Sneaky.
Yeah, give me stealth checks as you guys approach the next cave.
Okay, let's see how that. Oh boy. Okay.
Tenshi and the ant get.
That sounds like a band.
Tenshi and the ant.
Oh, you should call your ant Adam. Adam and the ant.
Anthem? I'm gonna call him Anthem.
No, call him Adam. Adam and the ants. Great. Perfect.
Evelyn's gonna constantly be tapping Delaria for stealth.
That's fair.
Sucks.
Yeah.
It's just like shh.
Cora, what'd you get?
Tenshi got 17 plus 5.
22.
And Cora got terrible. You said stealth, right?
Yep.
Got a 10.
10. Okay.
Delaria with help of guidance got 11.
Okay.
And Evelyn got 19.
19.
You can't say it right.
All right.
FOMO. So as you guys start approaching the entrance, you get closer and closer. It's not super loud, it's not super quiet either, but no one bothers to come near the entrance at this point. You get close enough to where you can now see the light shining into the entrance. It looks like it goes in another 20 feet. You're kind of like at the edge, and the initial entrance of the cave is filled with boxes, like crates.
Empty boxes?
No, they look to mostly be full, and they have all sorts of like emblems on them from different locations.
So different caravan.
Yeah, this feels like this is maybe their main location that they bring whatever they steal here. You can see lots of footprints on the ground going in and out of the cave entrance. As you kind of like peer around the edge, all the crates and boxes are stacked very haphazardly. Wherever there's space, they just kind of put them in there. They're good for cover. There must be other humans inside because you can see lit torches, kind of like very crudely placed into metal sconces on the inside interior of some of the cave entrance. You see a short flight of steps beyond the crates that go up about 10 feet to a wood metal door that's currently closed, and curled up in front of the door, sound asleep, is a wolf. But it doesn't look like a normal wolf. In fact, as you're staring at it, its head quickly pops up. You can see patches of its fur are missing. It's got mange on its jaw, and it's kind of and it's starting to kind of stir and kind of stealth into the crates, like it smells or hears something.
Delaria's gonna tap on Tenchi, just like, huh?
It's now in the crates.
I want it.
So go tame it. Use your animal handling skills.
I don't think
The wolf kind of stops amongst the crates, sniffing towards the entrance, baring its teeth. See like green saliva dripping off of its mouth.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot it. I'm not gonna try and friend it.
Definitely.
He's made it undead so that I can't.
It's not undead.
Yeah, it's just
It's
aggressive.
made it
basically
mangy.
a disgusting goblin-kept wolf. I mean, there's
Made it
nothing
mangy
cute
and
about it.
practically undead.
Yeah,
so I
just
can't
all it
eat
needs is a good bath, some proper food, some medicine.
Oh.
Nurse back to health and be the best puppy.
I will channel my inner Ivar.
Good boy. Good boy. He's a good boy on the inside.
Aren't we all?
I cast animal friendship.
You can
Do
that.
you?
I can. As a ranger.
Ooh.
What's the range on that? Or is it touch?
30 feet.
Yeah, it's in range. You get the feeling any moment now it's going to start barking. It knows something's here, it just doesn't know where it is.
Make it your friend so it doesn't bark.
But it's mangy.
What's the save? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom?
Do.
I cast animal friendship.
Okay.
That's how you've always wanted to use that spell.
That's a 3 + 0. The wolf suddenly goes docile, kind of cocks its head in the direction of the entrance, and just soft pads over the entrance. As it looks around the entrance, it sees you, comes up, nuzzles up against you as its like scabs peel off and kind of get a little blood on your hand. A little bit of the green, like rotten teeth, kind of get green saliva on you. It's like it sits, and when it sits, it's got all this patchy hair that's missing. And it's like it's all mangy and nasty, just like, and its breath is like just fetid rot.
Man, I want to fix this thing. It's pretty bad. I'm making a good boy. His golden retriever.
Tenchi's aunt just like kind of moves away from it. And I think that Tenchi's aunt doesn't have olfactories. It still moves away from it. Like this dog's like way beneath you.
I know, but I took animal friendship and beast spawn because I'm like, I want a pet.
A little bit of parvo mucus comes out of its nose.
That's not a thing.
It's just a nasty wolf. I mean, it's not very well cared for, but it's currently, how long is your
24 hours.
Yes, I mean,
As long as none of us deal damage to it, none of my allies deal damage to it.
I mean, you could also
charmed.
it's charmed, so you could just send it off. You could say it's free and it can go running off. It doesn't have to stay with you. That's a choice you have to make.
It could be our guide.
It could also be a problem though, because in this form, it's not exactly its native self. So it could be noisy. It could be you're gonna have to use animal handling to keep it under control. So I leave it up to you. But currently, the door is now standing unguarded. The wolf is under your control. there's a pretty stealthy pathway you could take to get up to the door. So far, no one's come out yet.
I'm trying to. Do I have to be. Target a beast that you see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or have a charmed condition for the duration. You or one of your allies deals damage to the target, the spell ends. So if I have it stay outside,
Tell it to hide and stay.
okay, and I'm going to do.
Okay. Give me animal handling with advantage.
Guidance.
And
And
guys,
you have guidance as well.
may the Raven Queen be with you. Oh,
So goofy.
19.
19, yeah. It's kind of
Always
like
with the Raven Queen with you. Would you
you
shut
watch
up?
as it goes over
5
like
minutes.
some scrub brush and gets underneath it and hides and puts his mangy face on his paws, barely seeing his eyes, kind of looking, patiently waiting for you to come back.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Okay, we'll use the same stealth rolls because they're pretty decent. You guys enter into the cave. You start kind of coursing through the different stacks of crates.
We're looking for traps.
And give me investigation. You keep an eye out for traps.
16 plus 3, 19.
Yeah, as you're walking through the crates,
Mhm.
barely kind of slightly buried underneath the loose soil
Mhm.
in between some crates, very thin rope,
Mhm.
kind of point it out, step over it. Had you tripped on it, it will cause all the crates to kind of fall in on themselves. You guys avoid that one. Kind of get up to the steps, wooden steps that lead up to the door.
Mhm. Checking for traps.
Give me investigation as you examine the door and the steps.
I would do that, but I'm not very trappy.
18.
There's a deadfall above you. You can see a rope goes into the interior of the door,
Mhm.
and it's tied into a brace that's holding some heavy rocks like up above the door. And that's when you notice a slit in the door.
Mhm.
You get the feeling that if someone they don't trust comes up to the door, they could pull that rope, and the stones would deadfall.
How do we disarm that?
You can probably cut the rope. That way, they have not. If they pull on it, it won't release the brace.
Then we'll do that.
Who's doing it?
You can't
It would be a
reverse.
sleight of hand effort.
I can't reverse mend it, right?
You can cast mend on it, but that would be.
I don't think you like I said.
I don't know why you'd want to,
Okay.
but
Chorus.
all right, sleight of hand.
Yes, of course you have guidance. The Raven Queen is always with you as long as I'm here.
14 plus 4 plus 3.
21. You pull out your dagger and hold the tension towards the door. Tension towards the brace gets kind of slack. You tuck it up out of the way. You let go of that, and that kind of slides at first like it's going to go in, but then stops as the tension kind of keeps it from triggering as well.
Delaria's gonna see that section of rope that she let go. It's like that could be used for strangling. Picks it up and puts it in her pocket.
Okay. It's like a little
She's
policeman
mercenary. What can I say?
Yeah, 3-foot section of rope. You coil it up and put it on your belt.
She's an ex-soldier. She's
Yeah.
gonna collect things like that.
Does the door appear to be locked?
It does appear to be locked.
Does the door appear to be otherwise trapped?
No, that seems to be the only trap that you noticed.
Okay.
And this may be the only way in and out of the place, so it
Can we pick the
probably
lock?
you can certainly try if you want to.
Try and
Do you have thieves tools? Sleight of hand check.
No. I have an herbalism kit.
Let me see if I have any in my inventories.
What are you doing with Tenchi's mount? Is it coming in with you?
No, I don't think the door's big enough.
Door is 6 feet tall by 3 feet wide. But this is kind of turning into a stealth mission. Tenchi's going to be a challenge the deeper you get into this place.
Yeah.
You leave Tenchi with the wolf.
I got a crowbar.
Tenchi is the cobalt.
Or I mean the mount.
I do not have these tools, but I do have a crowbar.
Crowbar would, well, not sleight of hand. It'd give you an advantage if you tried to just
Is there any noise coming from the other side of the...
give me a perception check. The one thing you didn't do yet.
12 plus 4, 16?
You can hear light voices, like they're distant. Doesn't sound like anyone's on the immediate side of the door,
Okay.
like the other side of it. But there's definitely voices that sound like they're off in the distance, kind of having a very kind of like
Because the
intense
cave would probably
conversation.
echo.
It's probably echoes that you're
But
hearing.
if we crowbar the door,
It would
that
echo.
would echo too.
Mhm.
We're gonna try and pick the lock.
Someone give me a sleight of hand. Pull out your thinnest dagger and start working on it.
Can't be me. I don't not. These are not stealthy characters. These are other characters. Front line and support.
Are you giving her
16?
guidance?
Of course.
Guidance.
Yep.
Of course she has guidance.
Ooh, 16 plus 4.
30-20.
30-20.
The DC was a 20.
Oh, good job.
So you watch as Cora gently puts the tip of the dagger in there. You could hear she's struggling at first, but then a tumbler, and the door like pops out a few inches. And now you can hear those whispers. They're a bit louder. And it's a human voice. And you hear this voice echoing from deep within the cave. I can assure you, my master will pay you dearly for your continued work. I know the pickings have been slim, but we must continue what we're doing. You hear this gruff, it's not a goblin voice, this gruff kind of humanoid,
Cave gnolls.
deep voice. You're free to give me a nature check to see if you can recognize the dialect of this voice.
Cora got a 14.
Okay.
Tenchi got Tenchi's 8. 18.
Tenchi would recognize it as a hobgoblin. The accent and the drawl of the dialect. Because you hear this guttural, you hear this guttural, I don't think you understand. I have people to pay. And there are many that want their hands and fingers in these pies of wealth. If I continue at this pace, I cannot afford to pay too many mouths, too many people asking for money. The other voice, I can assure you, we have this under control. I will get you more funds. Just keep up the raids. And it just kind of goes back and forth about keeping up the ambushes, keeping up the raids. Eventually, about 30 feet in front of you, there's a bit of a dugout section of the cave wall, and you can hear dice rolling, and you can hear two goblins kind of drinking and laughing.
They got a natural 20.
On your...
No, they got a natural 20 on their dice.
Oh, I don't know. They're playing humans and humbug.
They're playing rollsies. All
You're
right.
one of the goblins go, yeah, you're too confident to me.
How far in did you say they were?
30 feet.
Shall we start sneaking?
Well, we can definitely try.
You're last.
No, I'm not.
I mean, you don't have, I'll remind you, you don't always have to go in as a group.
Mm-hmm.
You know that there's two of them there playing dice.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever's better at sneaking may want to go in first while the others kind of cover the two that are going in.
That would be
That's very meta, but sometimes when you're running two separate characters at the same time, it can be a little overwhelming
my
too.
rangers the best.
Yeah, my characters are not steady.
So you got +6.
I have a +0 and disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm on a +3.
So Tenchi and Cora may be the right ones to go in first.
Tenchi and Cora, go in.
Okay, give me stealth checks.
Guide you before you leave.
Okay. You're going to guide Tenchi.
Is
Well,
it just a straight?
Cora gets a 17.
Okay.
Is it just a straight?
It's kind of a slight curve and windiness to it, the alcove here to the left. And then it just keeps going on into the shadows. You can see torches lighting up further on. And that's kind of the direction that the echoes are coming from.
Tenchi got a 19.
19. What'd Cora get? I missed it. Sorry.
I
I
was
think it was a 17.
So as Evelyn and Delara watch these two start sneaking in through the open door, you get about 15 feet, 20 feet. You can hear the goblins gambling and laughing. And you intend to get to the edge of the alcove, the little cut into the side of the wall, and you turn to look. Give me perception checks as the two of you look into the into the alcove.
Or that 15 plus 7. No, sorry, 17 plus 5.
22, still the same number.
And Tenchi got. And she got a 7.
But you got 7. Then she just immediately sees 2 goblins sitting at a small table about 15 feet into the alcove. They've got these very rude and crude kind of like leather mugs that they're drinking from. Some rotten food on the table. They're sitting in chairs. You can tell that they might actually be drunk. Behind them is a bunch of bedrolls on the ground that are empty except for one. There appears to be a sleeping form, another goblin in one of the bedrolls. The other 2 are simply just playing dice, drinking, and just having a good time. You don't know this because you're back at the doorway, keeping an eye on them. Just start making up hand signs.
Okay. How far away are they from?
They're
And then-
15 from, or they're 30
30.
feet from you. The goblins inside this little alcove area of the cave are about 15 feet from you.
And then how.
The
Close together.
echoes are a little bit louder now,
Mhm.
but it's loud enough to where have Cora give me an insight check as she's listening to the conversation deeper into the cave.
14?
You get the feeling that they're way deeper in the cave and they must be in a larger section of the cave because the echo is a lot more audible here.
Okay.
It may give you advantage on sneaking through this area because with that kind of back and forth conversation going on, it's kind of masking some of the sounds that you're saying, that you're
Right.
making.
So I'm going to motion for you guys to.
Guide the disadvantage.
Yeah, give me stealth checks as you
It-
motion into the cave.
Does she get disadvantage?
And we're readying to attack.
It's not so much that you have advantage, it's just that anybody with passive
It's going to help.
perception is going to have a higher DC because of the
We're
echoes.
readying to attack. And if it looks like they're like, hey, here's something,
Right.
you know.
You're just going to unleash ranged attacks on the 2 goblins? Okay.
She can only guide one. She can't guide herself.
Correct.
Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for Delaria and 3 for Evelyn.
So, Tenshi's got what prepared for one, and you've got something
Firebolt.
prepared for the other, just
And
like
the
the
firebolt
longbow.
And the longbow.
Okay. Delaria gets halfway,
Mhm.
and as Evelyn,
Just get tripped on her skirt.
like Evelyn, actually gets the hem of her tunic kind of snagged on a nail,
Her
and it rips and spins her around, and she trips over some rocks that kind of make a crunching sound. Both goblins sitting at the table, bleary-eyed, look in the direction of the noise. Take your shots. You have advantage because you have surprise.
21.
21
for
will
the
hit.
longbow.
Go for it.
And 7 plus 6.
13. Your first arrow shot.
Sorry, 17 plus. Sorry, 17 plus 6
So 23.
for the firebolt.
I thought you were doing the arrow shot.
I did both of them. I
Right,
rolled
but
to
if you
attack
put all
both of
those
them.
numbers together for me, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so
So the
seven-
longbow hit
Yes.
and did how
then
much damage?
I didn't roll the damage yet.
Gotcha. So the
I was-
firebolt
Rolling the firebolts
for the other goblin.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes more sense.
Sorry.
No, I just didn't. I thought you were rolling damage.
No.
So that'll hit the other one as
Okay.
well.
Longbow damage is 1d8. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And the firebolt damage is 1d10. That's a 9. There's no, it's a cantrip.
So
No.
the fireball from Tenchi hits the one goblin right in the face as he turns to look, and it hits him square in like the upper jaw, and his jaw just splits open, and he keels backward dead over his chair. The other one takes the arrow like in the chest and shoulder area, and he's now kind of scrambling for his spear off to the side. Delaria, because you have martial training, I'll give you an opportunity to react to Evelyn's obvious making noise. Do you want to rush to go help Tenchi and Cora, because you just saw them unleash on something into the alcove?
Absolutely.
You just start rushing in towards the alcove. You skit to a hop. Do you have any ranged weapons?
I have a longbow.
Go for it. You kind of take aim at the goblin that's still up and injured.
Rolls, 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 rolls.
Yeah, I mean, just your max roll alone would kill him.
Okay.
As your arrow hits him in the shoulder, you hear Delaria come racing around the edge there and unleash a longbow shot. Gets him right in the neck. He keels over as well. And like you guys kind of hold your breath for a minute. You still hear the echoes of them having their conversation. And you can still see a sleeping goblin. It doesn't stir. And that's when you realize alongside the sleeping goblin are like 3 empty bottles of liquor on the side. He's completely hammered and passed out.
To the ground. Terrible.
You watch as Delaria goes up to him and just kind of like right across his neck, and the blood spills out. And he doesn't even wake at all, just completely inebriated and just dies in his bedroll.
Evelyn will gracefully, after her little mishap, just walk in very priestly, like,
with her torn hem.
Yeah. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
I love it.
More for the Merlin Queen's
Yeah.
court.
All right.
You guys are now tucked. This seems to be like maybe like a guard post or a little kind of alcove area where they can like get sleep and have some downtime. There's 3 of them, so you get the feeling this might be the rotation for the group that was out in the cave.
Did the
in the
dice
other
look
cave.
like a good set of dice or a crappy set of dice?
Well, give me investigation as you guys look around this alcove.
Cheating dice. Awesome. Take those. Oh, yeah, investigations.
Mhm.
And she got
Natural one for Evelyn. And investigation.
natural 1. Cora got
8 for
a
Devil.
20.
Valeria.
Then she got a 1.
And she got a 1 plus 2.
Okay. And then Cora got
And Cora got 18 plus 3.
I
21. Well, you guys are kind of searching this area quietly. Cora notices that the gambling dice that they were using are very nice. In fact, they've obviously been stolen. They seem to be on these 6-sided dice with different faces on them. You would recognize them as high points dice used in very rich, kind of noble casinos and gambling halls. So it's a full set of high points dice that you have. You also notice, tucked in the back corner of the alcove, a small leather bag with Father Bernard's chapel emblem on it as well.
I'll grab that.
You reach over and you grab it. It is filled with letters, messages, and about 18 silver pieces.
I don't know how to know all the money, but we found your letters.
By the way, your character's starting gold. Do you guys have all that
Yeah.
already? Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Father Bernard bag of letters, and you said how much money?
12 silver.
12.
Still hear the echoes of the conversation going on. It's actually gotten a little bit more heated at this point. Whoever this hobgoblin is definitely pressing the argument about that he needs more money. And whoever this human is, he says he can guarantee the funds. And it kind of going back and forth, and it's starting to die down a little bit.
Press on.
Okay. Give me fresh stealth checks as you guys press on deeper down the cavern hallway.
This one's going to get some P4 on there. Okay. 14.
Same lineup, Cora in the lead.
17 for Cora.
Okay.
4 for Evelyn.
Who's behind Cora? Evelyn?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She's got 4.
Okay. And then it's Tenchi.
Mm-hmm. Who only got a 13?
Okay. And then Delaria.
And some of mine should go. Well, mine have actually.
Evan.
These all need to go in dice jail. All my tiny dice. I have to freeze them. They're to be punished.
They need to be punished. What Delaria get?
She got a 14.
14. As you guys start going down the main tunnel in the direction of the voices, following the torches, two arrow shots come at Evelyn out of the darkness of behind a boulder. The first one is a dirty 20, and the second one is a 10. Okay. That is 3 points of piercing damage as a crossbow bolt is sticking out of Evelyn's shoulder. You could see two goblins tucked behind cover about 30 feet ahead of you. You can see a stairwell that descends behind them, a stone carved out stairwell, torches, and you could see that they're looking at each other. One of them immediately turns, and there's a metal gong hanging from the backside, and takes a hammer. As the gong starts
What we wanted to avoid.
starts kind of like chiming out. You could hear deep down in the caves yelling, multiple voices.
Shooting them.
You could hear a human voice yell out, "Intruders, get your people together now! Something's going on up top." They have half cover. Give me initiative at this point. They had advantage on their roll, unfortunately, because they had surprise. Give me initiative.
12 for Cora.
Okay. Can you hand me my tablet over there? I meant to bring it over with me and I forgot to.
The fry one?
Yes. Thank you, my dog.
And she got 6.
All right.
I do not like initiative.
Mm-mm. What did Cora get?
I don't know.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I rolled
Well-
her first.
I probably asked you to get my tablet and I didn't hear what you said. I know it's one of the nice things about,
Shall I roll her again? Because I don't remember.
that's fine. Yes.
I'm sure it's worse. 7 plus 4.
11.
11.
Okay.
Someone's got a 10,
Okay.
and Delaria has a 9.
Okay, with that. The goblins already having a sense of where Evelyn is. Unfortunately, there's no cover from your current position. The goblins are going to take both shots at Evelyn again.
Raven Queen, protect me!
Feel the faith?
That is a 14 and a 17.
17 hits, 14 does not.
Okay. That is 5 points of piercing damage as another crossbow bolt digs into her. They are going to stay hunkered under half cover and reload. Cora is up with Evelyn on deck.
How far away are they?
They are 30 feet away.
All right. I'm going to run up to them and slash one with a great axe.
Okay, move the full 30 feet. Get him base to the one on the left or the right.
Ready?
Okay, take your shot. Roll to hit.
Ooh, natty 20.
Jeez, that's like 2 tonight, right?
25.
I got one,
No, I had the double.
Oh, you had the gambler's luck on the last one. You had the crit on the other one.
but I've rolled 4 ones, so
That's true. I thought, didn't Tenchi get a crit with her with the firebolt?
It was a double 8.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So, what are you hitting with?
Great axe.
Yeah, roll for damage.
12.
Go for it.
8 plus 3.
Yeah, your axe comes down, cuts through collarbone into their chest cavity, and just splits them wide open. The goblin keels over dead.
I have cleave.
Okay.
Once per turn, if you hit a creature with a melee attack using your great axe, you can make another melee attack with it against a second creature within 5 feet of
The other creature's like 5 feet off to your left. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
take them both out. Take them both out.
15 plus 5.
Yeah, dirty 20 will hit. Yeah, roll for damage.
9 plus 3.
12. Yeah, you kind of pull it out of the rib cage of the other one, see him, and you kind of side swing towards him, and you kind of let one hand go, and the other hand kind of hold on to the axe, gets him underneath the armpit, cleaves up into his neck, and he just totters over onto the ground.
Okay.
Evelyn, you're up with Delaria on deck.
Those
You
are-
can hear people running up those stairs that you can see at the end of the hallway.
Is there a pinch point?
There's a bend, like where the gong is.
Mhm.
There's a bend, and the stairs go down from the gong. So that where the
So-
gong and the pinch point is like where they have to come up the stairs.
That's where we want to make our stand.
Well, you have boulders that the goblins were using for cover, which are, you're near one of the boulders. You can see the 2 boulders that they were hiding behind. So they may be good cover for Evelyn.
she's gonna need it at this point.
Okay.
Um,
And she can hold an action.
what she's gonna do, because we're still in initiative and
We're still in initiative, yeah.
I'm going
Because
to,
you know there's a threat coming.
yeah, I'm going to cast Bless on my 3 party members.
Okay.
And
That's concentration.
yes, it is.
Okay.
And I guess I'm going to hide behind the rock. You can't hold a bonus action, right?
No, you can only hold an action.
Okay, then I will just hunker down.
Give me a stealth check as you hide behind the bar. That will give you half cover,
Okay,
but will improve your armor class. What'd you get?
4.
And that's for Evelyn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not stealthy.
They'll finish Evelyn's turn. Delara is up with Tenchi on deck.
My bad.
Her horns are poking out.
The cleave, they would not have the ability modifier. So it would have only been the 9 damage.
They
on the
have
second.
exactly 9 hit points.
Okay.
So you're good.
Just making
Yep.
Hunkers down. Oh, you're still alive.
I didn't read that far down.
So Delaria is up with Tenchi on deck. What's Delaria doing?
Delaria is running to kind of like there's like you can see them where they're going to be coming up.
Oh, yeah.
She goes kind of like using the side of the wall as kind of like a I don't know if that's a thing that you can do.
Doesn't give you much cover. There's those 2 boulders up ahead you could use.
I think you,
They will give you more cover to do that.
okay, then I will go up there and to
Okay.
do that, and I will
Hold your
a-
action?
Yeah.
Okay.
hold an action.
Tenchi, what are you doing?
I am moving so that I can, have half cover
Okay.
and readying to attack.
You're going to hold an action?
No, because if it takes them longer than a round to get here, I don't want to hold a spell.
Okay. That's fair. So you just ready yourself as you get cover.
I can hold.
Cantrip?
She doesn't. She doesn't have I have a staff and a sickle. I don't have any long range weapons, so only spells potentially. So yeah,
I mean, a spell can be held.
I know, but I don't want
It
to.
could be a condition thing.
I don't want to.
It doesn't have to be. It could be more than one round. Be like until such a thing happens. It could be held for more than one round.
Yeah, that's true, but you still technically burn it as a reaction,
Yes,
whether you use it or not.
and I don't want to waste a spell slot prepping to go, and then it'd be like more than a round, and then the spell fizzles. So I'm just ready.
Just readying yourself. Okay. So I'll take us to the top of the second round. Before we get to the top of the second round, or as we get to the top of the second round, 2 goblins come around that pinch point, allowing you to take a shot.
Okay. For Delaria, that's a 12 plus 5 for 17.
That'll hit as the first goblin takes an arrow into the stomach. Roll for damage.
Blessed gives me a D4, right?
D4 for your attack.
Okay, D4 for my attack. Oh no, I did that wrong. Should I re-roll? I gave her myself an advantage for some reason. Do I have advantage?
No, because they know there's a threat.
I need to re-roll that. That was
Okay.
bad. I gave myself an advantage instead of a D4 for the
Gotcha.
blast. My brain did things. 11 plus 5.
16
Yeah.
still hits.
Cool. D8. That's a 2 plus a 3 for
5 points. Takes it in the side of the rib, spins him around slightly.
but it's
See-
slowed.
He is slowed. However, he was kind of ready, and he throws a spear right at you, Delaria.
Okay.
That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Delaria that has half cover.
Oh yeah, you do, because you have half cover, right, Delaria?
Yeah. So my armor class is normally 16.
So I believe half cover is +2.
So that's 18.
So 19 is still going to hit.
Okay.
You're going to take 5 points of piercing damage from the spear. Catches you in the shoulder, kind of tears over and away. The other goblin stops in his tracks, picks up his spear, and throws it at you as well. That's going to be a 17, so that'll miss as it ricochets off you being undercover. And both goblins now stand there in the open hallway, kind of pulling out crossbows off their back, kind of getting ready to take shots. They'll finish the gobbo's turn. Cora, you're up with Evelyn on deck.
Now I was standing on the other side of the rocks, because where the dead goblins are at my feet. So would I be right next to?
You're up there with them. You guys are both behind the boulders now. Where they were on the one side, you guys
Cora
switched to
wasn't
the
on
other
the other
side.
side because it had already passed her turn.
Oh, that's true. So you're in front of the boulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't
Yeah.
not hiding. It's now my turn.
Yeah, you
again.
get the feeling that she drew their attention. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Not the big giant ass Goliath that's right there. No.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay. So I'm how far away from them?
You're 30 feet away from them.
They're that far away.
Turn into a tire.
Well, yeah, they just came around,
Around the pinch.
yeah, they just came around the pinch point where the gong was, because the other goblin had run 30 feet back to hit the gong during their surprise round.
Takes the gong, throws it at their face.
They're 30 feet.
They're 30 feet away.
All right. I put my axe away and pull out bow.
Okay. Do you want to
And
move under cover first, or stay where you are and take the shot?
Right now, I'm going to stay where I am and take the shot.
Go for it. The one that's injured or the other one?
Yeah,
Okay. Take a shot. Roll a hit.
it will slow it too if I hit. 16.
16 will hit. Roll for damage.
That's a D8. 8 plus 4.
So 12 points.
Yes.
That goblin takes it in the throat, keels over, bleeding out and dying on the floor.
I only have 1. So
Welcome to level 1.
now I'm going to. I'm a ranger. I'm not a fighter.
I'm aware.
And now I'm going to take cover.
You move and take cover.
Yeah.
They'll finish Cora's
And I'm
turn.
gonna position myself so I'm in front of Delaria. Before so they So they don't see her first.
Okay, that's fair. Evelyn, you're up with Delaria on deck.
Okay, there's more people.
There's
One
one
injured.
goblin in the hallway. The other one just took an arrow to the neck and splayed out on the ground.
Was it damaged yet?
Yeah.
It's the one that Delaria took that held action on.
Okay,
It's
that's
got it.
Good.
You did 5 points of piercing damage on it,
Yeah, I attacked the not injured.
and she took that one down.
her. Just as flare, her eyes are going to glow her gold, and she's going to. For her action, she's going to use thaumaturgy, but for her bonus action, she's going to use Toll the Dead on it, so
Nice.
she can be extra.
Extra creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
That's a fail. Roll a d12.
Raven Queen will guys. 12.
12. Yeah. So like you
Necrotic
combination of thaumaturgy and the spell effect slam into the goblin, kind of like knocking him back from the thaumaturgy, and then his ears spray blood, his eyes, his mouth, and he lands on the ground 5 feet towards the pinch point coming up from the stairwell, and it just lies there still. That'll finish Delaria's turn unless she wants to move.
That was
Evelyn, unless Evelyn wants to move.
Evelyn.
Just gotta stay under cover. Delaria's up with Tenshi on deck, and you can hear voices from around the bend. Holy shit! Hold on! You hear a guttural kind of hobgoblin voice. What's going on? You can hear maybe 3 or 4 people have hunkered down behind that stairwell bend.
I'm
How?
just gonna do a creepy.
Still
creepy
initiative.
Giggle. Creepy giggle.
Still an initiative. Delaria, you're up with Tenshi on deck.
How far away from my cover spot am I to where they fell, to where they would have to come around the corner?
30 feet.
30 feet. She's going to look at her friends. She's going to be like, she's going to pick her great sword out. And she's going
Did
to.
it sound like there were?
Sound like there are 4 individuals around that corner.
Uh-huh. And she's going to jump out of cover and
Just
run forward.
run forward at it.
And
Okay.
she's going to run the 30 feet right before the corner and wait the first one to come, and then she's going to slice their head off.
Hold in your action until they move. Okay. Tenshi, you watch as Delaria gets out of cover, goes running past Cora, goes all the way up to the bend of the pinch point, and is like patiently just holding her sword, waiting for them to come around the corner.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to come around the corner too when it's my turn and I can actually shoot something. Sounds like they're hunkering down, so we're gonna have to go on the offensive. So I will follow.
Okay.
But I only have 30 feet, so
You get
before the
right
punch
behind. Yeah, you're like right alongside
Is there
Delaria.
can you peek around and can we see?
No, it's another 5 feet to be able to peek around.
Okay.
The two of you patiently waiting there.
Yep.
Cora and Evelyn, kind of, you two are still kind of stuck further back. Top of the 3rd round.
Cora?
No, the
Oh.
bad guys have high initiative right
Oh, I
now.
thought
So
the bad guys just what's between
no, the bad guys went, then Cora went, then Evelyn went, then Delara went, and then Tenshi went. The problem is you keep killing everything before they can kill anything. So they're kind of just moving and holding their actions. So it can feel a little condensed. You hear I'm not going. You hear someone get shoved as a goblin gets shoved around the corner. Yeah, take the shot.
Oh god, that's a terrible roll. But 4, 5, 6 plus 5 for 11.
The goblin's just a hair too short, and you
shave his
hit-
head.
you hit the wall with your sword, and it sparks
Oh.
off.
Sorry, I was counting for the longbow. The great sword has 2 more on that, so 11, 12, 13.
13. Their AC is 12.
Yeah.
So as he looks up and your greatsword comes down towards him, go ahead and roll damage.
Yes. Okay, that's 7 plus 5.
12
Or
points
12.
of damage. The goblin takes the full brunt across his jaw and into his chest. And he just falls dead onto the ground. The hobgoblin leaps out with his longsword and takes a swing at you.
All right.
That's going to be a 17 to hit.
Hits.
That is a long sword. Ooh, that is going to be 8 points of slashing damage. You feel the
Ouch.
tip of the sword like cut across you, and like find meat and a little bit of flesh in your wound kind
And
of flays open.
Delaria is hurting bad.
Okay. Coming from behind the hobgoblin, who will run past you. You see another goblin go running past you as if it's trying to get towards the entrance.
Attack of opportunity.
Not you. You have an attack of opportunity
Okay.
because running. Oh wait,
Tenshi's
Tenshi's
right
there. Yeah, it didn't see Tenshi, so it's running to try to get to the main entrance to get help. So it's now running past you.
Oh wait. Yeah. I have a weapon. Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I have a staff. I got a 6.
6. Ducks underneath your staff. It's like running,
Don't
yelling for
forget
help.
bless.
But that's the bless is a +4.
D4.
I got a 6. Even if I roll a 4, it's a 10.
Yeah, it's not going to hit.
Okay.
Running, however, now Evelyn and Cora have attack of opportunity because this thing goes barreling past these two and then in between the boulders, yelling for help as it's trying to get towards the main entrance.
22.
22 will hit.
Can I do an attack of opportunity with a bow? Or does it have to be-
Improvised.
9.
It can be improvised weapon or you need to use a melee weapon.
Okay, I'm gonna punch it.
Yeah, go for it. 9. Okay.
19 plus 5,
That'll hit. Yeah. What's your unarmed strike?
4.
4. So, like, what's your weapon, Evelyn?
Great sword.
Yes, Evelyn has a sword.
She has a great sword and a rapier and a longbow. And a shield, but she has to keep switching the
What
shield
class is she?
out. She's a fighter.
That's Evelyn.
Oh, sorry, no. I thought we were talking about Delaria. Sorry. Delaria is up there.
No, but this is Evelyn.
But Delaria missed the attack of opportunity.
No.
Oh, no, Tenshi got the attack of opportunity. Delaria would get one as well because it would have been running past
Yeah,
Tenshi.
That's who I thought you were talking
So,
about.
yeah, so I would say Delaria.
Evelyn's hiding right now.
Yeah. So I'd say Delaria cuts down the goblin before it gets to Cora.
Okay.
Like it literally, staggers beyond and like its wounds open up and falls dead in front of where Cora and Evelyn are currently hiding because it would have ducked underneath Tenchi, but I forgot that you had your reaction that you had to use. No, you do not have a reaction because your held action is your reaction.
Damn. Okay,
So-
never mind then.
I still
So
get to punch it.
yeah, you punch it as it's coming through. Evelyn can take an attack of opportunity if she has a weapon.
She does have a mace.
Yeah, go
Give me
for it.
that
Yeah.
mace.
Go for it.
Sorry. I was just picturing it, so she's like, I didn't see that in my mind. Actions. Okay, mace is a plus for herself. Let's roll that. She does not have plus, but she doesn't plus herself. That's
It covers
15?
4 people, right? Or is it 3 people?
3. 15?
15 will hit. Roll for damage.
Ooh, 5 plus 2 for 7.
Yeah, so between your 4 points of punching it and your 7 points, it's like you punch it just as the mace comes down, and its head just
Pop its
pumpkins,
head like a pimple.
and the goblin guy like tumbles to the ground. Then the human jumps out from around the corner. He's got his hand out. He kind of surveys. He sees Delaria, but looks past Tenshi. Sees that Tenshi may be a spellcaster. Looks right at Tenshi, and 3 glowing darts appear and slam into Tenshi.
I wanna do a shield, but I don't have a shield.
That's going to be 6 points of force damage from the darts.
Does absorb elements count for force damage?
No,
There's
it's got to be
thunder,
a specific.
lightning, fire, cold, and
No, force damage is a condition damage like piercing, slashing.
yeah, absorb.
That's what I'm
elements.
saying. Absorb
Yeah.
elements has to be an elemental damage. So it takes 6 points of force damage.
Yeah.
Finish the bad guy's turn. Cora is up with Evelyn on deck. The only 2 people remaining are the hobgoblin facing off against Delaria, and behind the hobgoblin, this male human wizard kind of just casted magic missile on Tenchi.
Cora is going to go up to the hobgoblin
Okay, cool. Move the 30 feet.
Hers is 35.
Yeah, move 35
30
feet up
feet.
beside Delaria.
Mhm.
Make your attack.
And a great axe. Putting the longbow away.
Okay.
Great axe. 12 and 5 is 17.
17 will definitely hit. Roll for damage.
11 plus 3.
Ooh, 14 points of damage. The hobgoblin's eyes go wide. What weapon are you using?
Great axe.
Great axe
So-
comes down, kind of digging into the guy's chest. The wizard is about 10 feet behind the hobgoblin.
10 feet?
Yeah, unfortunately. He's using the hobgoblin as cover.
Because I have 5-foot reach.
Unfortunately, he's just out of reach, so I don't
So I
know
can't
if cleave works at this point.
No. It
But
has
the
to be
hobgoblin looks pretty rough. He
within
took a
5 feet.
chunk of damage between the two of you, so he's looking very rough.
I don't think I have any bonus actions that would work. I mean, maybe Hunter's Mark, but
Well, Hunter's Mark gives you bonus on damage.
I know it gives me a plus 1d6.
Yep.
But I didn't do it first.
You can do it at the end and then do it.
Okay, then I will.
You can Hunter's Mark the wizard if you want.
I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the wizard.
You Hunter's Mark the wizard. All right. Evelyn, you are up with Delaria on deck.
How damaged are your characters? Do they need some help?
Tenshi is down 6.
How would you describe him?
Yeah.
Tenshi is looking about half of what he
So he's looking a little rough.
And Cora's all right?
Cora hasn't been taken.
Okay. Tenshi's like right
funny
near
how
me,
that
right?
works.
Tenshi's like right next to me, right? All right.
Wait, no, Tenshi is next to Delaria.
Next to Delaria. Evelyn is back by
Evelyn's
herself
the only
now
one by
behind the
herself.
boulder because Cora went running up alongside you.
Delaria.
Or Delaria. Yeah, I got to remember to differentiate because you guys are
The
playing
you
two
or the
characters.
you?
All right.
So Evelyn is up. It's pretty compact down there, so AoE effect could be difficult to control. The wizard is standing behind the hobgoblin just far enough to where he's got some cover behind the hobgoblin. The hobgoblin is fully engaged with both Cora and Delaria. Tenshi's short enough that you've got a pretty good range on the wizard from the side that Tenshi is occupying.
If I were to say go up to heal her character, could I maneuver myself to where I was 5 feet next to two of the enemies?
What's your total movement?
30.
No, that would get you up the base with all of them.
Okay.
That wouldn't even that would get you in the base with the hobgoblin
Mhm.
and your 3 friends. It wouldn't get you close enough to the wizard.
Okay. Then I'll save that little fun thing for later. Either way, she's going to do her duty as healer and run up to Tenchi.
Right, does Delaria hurt more?
Yes, but Delaria has a thing that she can do because she
Right.
moves before the enemies.
That's fair. So you get up close enough to Tenchi,
And
move into
she's-
base.
And she's going to use Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And it doesn't freak out on me. There we go. And that's 2d8.
Ooh, nice.
I get to use 3 spells because that one is just a free one for being a magic initiative. Okay, 8 plus 4 for 12.
I was only down 6.
Yeah,
Yep, so you're full health again.
You're full health.
Anything you want to use a bonus action for?
Yes,
Because all cantrips are bonus action.
they are. Which one looks like he might go down first?
The wizard hasn't taken any damage.
Okay.
The hobgoblin's looking rough, but he's a fighter. He's in the fight still.
Evelyn's gonna look at him from her place of healing. It's like the Raven Queen takes all. Boom!
Toll the dead.
Yeah.
That is a 13 plus 1 is a 14.
It is 14.
So that saves.
damn.
So it does no damage.
All right.
So that'll finish Evelyn's turn. Delaria, you are up with Tenchi on deck.
Okay. Valaria is going to use a bonus action to Second Wind, which will give her a D10 plus 1. That should heal her, hopefully, if I do a good heal. 8 plus 1 for 9.
Nice.
I brought her back. So what she does,
Did that
heal.
bring her up to full?
But it's a good heal. Come on. What are you doing? Heal. There we go. It's like anyway. So she goes and like has the steam come out of her mouth. You know, like she's doing a Luffy move here where she's healing herself with this. And she looks at the hobgoblin and she takes the swing to try and
Go for it.
get him down. Okay. 18 plus 2 for dirty 20 plus
That'll
7
hit.
for 27.
That'll definitely hit. Roll for damage.
It's 2 sixes. 9 plus 5 for
14.
14.
Got exactly 12 hit points left. Your blade, right?
Great sword.
Cleave into his like neckline and collarbone. He just gets this shocked look on his face as the blood just splurts out and he just collapses to the ground dead.
No, and I just realized. There was something that I missed with my greatsword. No, I didn't. I almost did. Never mind. Because it's like with the greatsword, you get like half to do your modifier and damage. I need to remember that's a thing.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Grades.
You still have your movement.
Okay.
You want to move in base with the wizard?
Absolutely. I'm gonna
You
block
start
this
rushing
nerd.
towards the wizard. The wizard kind of like reacts and like brings his hand up. You watch as this smoke kind of leaks out of his hand. How many hit points do you have left?
I have 10.
You fall asleep.
Okay.
Delaria just kind of crumbles to the ground.
All right. Fine. I'm not immune to sleep, but I am immune to dream problems.
That'll finish Delaria's turn. Tenchi is up. And Tenchi just watched the wizard react with a sleep spell, causing Delaria to kind of stumble. And
How close to Delaria am I?
for Tenchi, Tenchi's like only 5 feet away and 10 feet away from the wizard.
Okay. Tenchi's going to walk up to take the 5 feet towards Delaria
Okay.
and kick her.
Give me attack with advantage. Just,
What would it just be like for unarmed?
Yep, be an unarmed strike. But, non-lethal.
Okay, well, her unarmed strike is 3 points. So, do it 1 if I'm trying for non-lethal.
Yeah, it'd be like 1, enough to wake her and do 1 point of damage.
Okay, 1 point of damage.
Well, you got to roll to hit.
1 point of damage.
You still got to roll to hit.
What's your AC? I rolled
16.
You have advantage because she's prone. You got to, she like
I missed it
stumbles
by 1.
forward
I missed
and
it by 1.
try to smack her with your staff, and it just kind of hits the ground alongside of her.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. Great. So.
Just ignore my sleeping body for now.
Yeah, I'm hiding behind her sleeping body, and I'm going to poison spray the druid. I mean, not the druid. I'm the druid. Poison spray the mage.
Okay, that's a.
It's a ticket.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, God.
You get.
A 9.
And now you watch as it sprays the wizard ducks, and it just goes up into the wall behind the wizard, and just kind of runs down the wall, not hitting the wizard.
What a sneaky little nerd. We're going to kick.
You still have your movement. You still have what's your normal movement? 25, 30? So you still have 25 feet of movement.
I climb up on Delaria, and I'm just going to sit.
Delaria is
Yeah.
lying on the ground asleep.
I'm standing.
Okay, you crawl up on top of her, and you're standing on her with your staff facing off against the wizard. Top of the 4th round.
I mean, Cora's right there, too.
The wizard looks at you and just looks past, looks at where Corey is and looks past, sees Evelina and sees Tenchi standing there. And he kind of pulls a little bit of guano and
Oh,
squishes it in his hand.
wait, is he trying to go
And-
invisible?
No.
Trying to fireball.
And you watch as this little bead of energy kind of floats the backside of where you two are standing and within range of Evelyn as well. I need the 3 of you to make dex saves. Unfortunately, Delaria is asleep and will automatically fail her dex save.
Awesome.
So Dex save from Tenchi and Cora. Dex save from Evelyn.
Elephant didn't have any dexterity. 7.
I'll fail.
Well,
That'll fail.
And,
Party wife.
it's 16 plus 6.
22.
22.
That'll succeed. That is 12 points of fire damage. Cora takes 6. Delaria is unconscious. Evelyn takes 12.
She's unconscious.
She's unconscious. Tenchi takes
12.
12. He's unconscious. No, he's still up.
Mhm.
He hasn't taken damage yet. Oh no, he took force damage from the magic
But I was
missiles.
healed.
Oh, that's right. She was healed, or he was healed.
She.
Sorry, it's an all-girl group. I forget. Cora and Tenchi still up.
Does the Delaria just automatically goes down, right?
Cora's turn now?
Yeah, she's gone from sleeping to unconscious.
Cora's turn now?
Let's see. Yes, it would be Cora's turn with Evelyn with a death save on deck.
That was, they were at the top of it.
Correct.
Right? Okay. Ooh, Cora's pissed.
And we lose bless because I got unconscious.
Yep, Bless is now gone.
It's okay. I've been forgetting to use it, so.
Oh, no.
Alright.
What are you doing?
Wait, would Tenchi have had bless when I was trying to kick her away? Forgot that.
Yeah, you forgot that.
I would have gotten up just to go back under.
Yeah,
I missed it by 1.
yeah, but you still would have. She still would have got unconscious
I know, but
Unless
I
I
would've
made
done
the-
it.
unless you made your deck save.
Yeah.
So
So okay, I'll do.
I'll recon it a bit. No, it's a new round. No,
No,
it's a
I'm
new
sorry.
round. Yeah, it's a
I
new
have-
round.
I rolled a 5. She would have.
Yeah.
She would have failed anyways.
Yeah, so it's a new round.
Cora is going to take her great axe.
Okay.
I'm like, great, wait, no, that's not a weapon. And I'm gonna step up and
Go for it.
try and hit him. The 16 hit?
16 will hit. Except reaction. Shield. Barriers around him, and you feel your axe bounce off the shield. Just have your bonus action and rest of your move.
I don't know if I have any books. The hunter's mark only hits if I hit him, right?
Correct. It only does damage if you hit him.
Perception or something. Okay. All right. Well, I
Don't finish
I
Cora's
have
turn?
unless I can.
Evelyn,
like,
give me a death save if you would.
unless I can
please.
punch him as a bonus action.
That's a natural 1 for 2 death saves.
That is 2 failures. Delaria is up. Delaria, give me a death save.
How many natural 1s have I rolled?
Quite a few
lot.
tonight.
8. That's a
8.
fail.
That's a fail. Tenchi is up with the wizard on deck for the top of the round 5.
And she is going to cure wounds.
How many
Delaria,
dice do I
who
have
she's
left? I
standing
think
on.
all of my dice are
Or
in jail.
jail.
now. All of them are in jail.
Tenchi is going to cure wounds. Delaria, who she's standing.
Okay, go for it.
7 and 6
13.
plus
So-
4.
So 17 total.
Mhm.
Nice. Delaria, you get 17 hit points back. Your eyes flare open. You're prone on the ground. Taste the
And
blood
I-
in your mouth
I step off.
and move off of her. Anything you want to do with your bonus action?
Bonus action.
Can you stabilize
I give you 17 points.
for the other one?
Which other one?
Evelyn is currently dying.
Yeah, she's got 2 hit death saves for my natural 1.
I'm going to run over to Evelyn
Okay.
and I'm going to spare the dying.
Thank
Bonus
you.
action.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. But you heal Delaria. You leap off. You're not technically in base with the wizard, so there's no attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
You go running, and you kind of place your hand on Evelyn's forehead and you spare the dying to stabilize it.
Do I get rid of those death saves then?
It takes you up to 1 hit point. No,
Okay.
0 hit.
0 hope points. You're unconscious but stable, no longer having to take death saves.
Sounds good to me.
0 hit points and isn't dead. The creature becomes stable. So, yes.
Dolores.
The wizard looks nervous, like he's kind of fingering his magic focus around his neck, and he's kind of like he's looking at a recovering Delaria. Delaria, and Cora's right there looking unscathed. He's looking nervous, and he goes invisible.
You can't with my hunter's mark, right?
He can, you just know where he is.
Oh.
He can still go invisible.
All right.
He doesn't know he's been hunter's marked.
Does it?
I don't know. It's your spell. You read it.
You always have this. Okay. That's not the spell. Hold on. Stop.
Hunter's mark. Hunter's mark. Hunter's mark.
Magically marked
HUNTERS.
creature you can see within range as your quarry until the spell ends. You deal an extra force damage to the target whenever you put it with an attack roll. You also have advantage on any wisdom and perception or survival checks to make to find it. So I think it just gives me advantage to find it.
Yes.
Perception or survival. Okay.
Goes invisible. There's no sense that he's near you at this point. So that'll finish his turn. Cora, you're up with Delaria on deck, or Evelyn on deck.
Would it be a perception or a survival check to find him?
Either or, with advantage.
Try and find him so I can shoot him. Does that count as my action to find him or a bonus action?
No, it's just you wondering where he is.
15 plus 5, dirty 20?
Or 20. You get a feeling that he's running back down the stairs. So you move 10 feet over to the pinch, and you look down the stairs, and you could see puffs of dust going down the stairs. He's 3/4 of the way down the stairs, about 25 feet away from you.
How far? I was 10 feet from this.
You were 10 feet, so you have another
I've been
20 feet.
25, I have 25
Oh, that's right,
feet.
30 feet. Yeah, you go running down the stairs. You've got your axe up,
Yep.
and you get a feeling for where he is. Unfortunately, you have disadvantage on the attack because he is invisible.
So you know where he is.
Sure.
16 and a 13 plus 5. So 13 plus 5 is 18.
18, that'll definitely hit. You feel meat and bone,
Good
and he
job.
comes visible just as like you
MVP.
hit him in the back, like he becomes visible.
5 plus 3, 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. He stumbles as your axe like slams into him. He's visible now, and he stumbles down the stairs. He's looking very rough, but he's continuing on. But he's still in base with you.
Hey, he's dribbling blood now, though, right?
He's not
He's
invisible. He's
anymore
visible now.
Because I hit him.
Yeah.
All right.
So that'll finish Cora's turn. Evelyn, you're unconscious and stable. Delaria, you're
I'm having a
prone.
conversation with my goddess right
Yes.
now.
Delaria, you are prone on the ground, and you just watch Cora go running down the stairs.
She's gonna look around for a second, notice everybody's more or less okay. Cough, spit up some blood, stand up, great axe, and take off, Tone.
Half movement to get up,
Mhm.
so you have 15 feet left,
Okay, so
which will take you to the top of the stairs, slightly down the stairs. You can see the injured wizard in front of Cora.
okay.
He's about 20 feet away from you.
Plant the sword,
Okay,
bow.
take the shot.
See if I can roll more than a 1. 19.
That'll definitely hit. Roll for damage.
Okay, that's a D.
My wizard is out of spells.
Well, Evelyn's been out of spells for a good minute, so no empathy over here.
And she only has 1 spell left. And cancel.
I might have hit it, but I rolled a 1. Plus 3 for 4 damage.
He had 3 hit points left.
Yes!
You feel the whisk of an arrow. Your hair kind of moves. That little top knot kind of swishes to the other side. The arrow strikes him like right in the throat. And he kind of canters backward, tumbles down to the bottom of the stairs.
Delaria spits blood.
Do I hear anybody else?
No, it's pretty quiet.
All right. Does he have the stupid, holy, divine thingamabob that we're looking for?
I have no idea until you search them.
I'm searching him. That was me talking about searching him.
That's a strange way of doing that.
I roll the body. Heck yeah. Who doesn't love rolling the body?
Well, I mean, it's kind of stinky.
I mean, it depends on the body.
I mean, they don't really have control after they die.
Fair point.
The hallway's quiet, stairwell's quiet. Evelyn's still unconscious at this point.
Delaria.
Tenchi and Evelyn are up in the main hallway. You and Cora are down on the stairwell. Cora's gone down towards where the dead body is at the base of the stairs.
Delaria is going to pick up Evelyn and throw her over her shoulder,
Back gets
potato
Evelyn.
sack style.
Yeah. Then she follows you back down the stairs as well. Give me investigation as you search the body of the wizard.
Does he have a potion? Just shove it in her mouth.
We won't do that if we don't know what the potion is.
Yeah.
Cora's investigation 18.
You know, when I was a soldier, we did all sorts of fun stuff.
Yes,
You guys
but you're
are
not
boring.
a soldier anymore. You're a mercenary.
Fair point. They didn't
The wizard has a spell focus around his neck, which you pop off his neck. It's a silver and gold focus, so it might have some value. There's a dagger at his waist that looks familiar. It's missing a scabbard. You get the feeling it's the blade that was taken off whoever else was brought to this position. They also have a small leather bag on their belt with 8 gold pieces in it. And then tucked in, like folded up piece of parchment, a note with a wax seal on it that's broken, so it's obviously been read. And it seems to have a familiar symbol on it, the Castilian symbol of Sir Balin, the keeps master over at the last bastion, the keep that be near Caves of Chaos. Other than that, he doesn't have much anything else on. Spellbook. And the spellbook has all the spells that were cast. That's all he knows. Shield, magic missile, fireball, and sleep. And invisibility. Lesser invisibility.
Well, but shield, magic missile, sleep, lesser invis.
And fireball.
Fireball. Fireball. I want to learn fireball.
We're not wizards, Harry.
Fireball, the darkness.
You watch as Delaria is coming down the stairs with Evelyn's unconscious body over her shoulder. Tenchi following close behind. Or unless Tenchi wants to search the hobgoblin.
Tenchi wants to search the hobgoblin.
Give me an investigation for Tenchi.
Delaria has no hope. She's terrible at investigation.
Dirty 20.
The hobgoblin's wearing scale mail. He's also got a pretty decent longsword. Doesn't look magical, but looks nice. There's a belt pouch with 18 gold in the belt pouch. There's also a crudely written out roster of names on a piece of parchment. Maybe people that he's been bribing or recruiting. None of the names look familiar to you, though, at this point.
But they might be to the priest guy.
Might.
All right.
With that, you guys kind of stumble into the main chamber.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite large and carved out through what feels like natural circumstance or natural condition. This looks to be the main chamber that they would gather. There's at least a dozen bedrolls here, rolled out all over the place. A couple fire rings that currently aren't lit. There's torches that are sputtering in little kind of sconces holding kind of crudely in the rock. The room is also filled with a lot of crates as well. But in the very back of the room, you can see a long table with what looks like maybe some maps rolled out on it. You can also see somebody covered in like a tattered blanket, long kind of brown hair, kind of matted and clotted, a dirty face kind of peeking out through the hair, and a tether of chain around their neck and bound to the wall.
Roll.
Do they look like a
Marked it
holy
up.
person that matches the symbol on the dagger?
Do they look like the person?
Do they look like does their vestments and stuff?
Go over and talk to them.
Okay.
Identify yourself, Delaria says.
As what are you doing with Evelyn? You just keeping her on your shoulder?
Yep. She's just up there.
Just sack of potatoes.
She has
As the three of you approach, this small girl moves her matted hair back. She's maybe 11, 12 years old.
Okay.
The chain kind of rattles. She's got tattered acolyte's clothing on, like maybe she's a scribe study, and stitched on her clothing is Father Bernard's chapel signet on her clothing.
How long ago did the caravan get attacked?
About 3 or 4 days ago.
It doesn't take long to
And
get
it
that
looks
mad.
like 3 or 4 days worth of.
Yeah, she looks like she's hungry. She's a little emaciated. Her lips
She
are
still
chapped.
has her clothes. They haven't been like asunder.
Gonna give her some water.
Okay, you can hand her a small little flask of water, and she kind of like greedily starts drinking it. She's coughing. And, oh, thank the gods. Who sent you? Am I getting out of
Father
here?
Bernard sent us.
Father Bernard. Okay, I don't know why. I'm just a messenger delivering a package to my family in the bastion. I don't know why he would send you. I don't know why they ambushed us. Why?
There's a relic.
What package?
Oh, it's over there on the table.
I'm gonna go look at the package.
You guys gotta leave her.
Nope, I stayed there. I let her go look.
Okay. Cora, you head over to check the package. You go over to the table. It's a very well detailed map of the immediate region that you're in. Lots of information about the different caves and their locations here. There's at least 36 markings on the map that indicate ambush sites, all within like maybe.
How big is the map?
It's pretty good size. It's about 3 feet long, 4 foot wide. You could roll it up and take it if you wanted to. It's got a lot of information on it. It seems to be mostly about the area around the bastion. You kind of roll that up and tuck it into your backpack, and there's a small silver box with the father's messenger emblem on it. You recognize the box. It's a messenger box. It's designed to be filled with important letters to be taken to somebody. It appears to be locked. Pick it up, and there's some coins rattling inside of it. You can hear paper and parchment, and then kind of another object that doesn't sound familiar to you, kind of rattling within it as well.
Best leave it closed. We don't want to know.
Pick that up too.
Okay, pick that up, tuck it away. You guys free the young girl from her chain.
Pick her up.
Yeah.
Put her on my other shoulder.
Okay.
I can carry her. I'll carry the girl.
Okay. You guys begin
Anything
to make your
else?
way.
Tenchi's gonna cast detect magic.
Down in the main cavern. Start looking around with detect magic up. Give me investigation with advantage because that is currently up.
18 plus 2, 30, 20.
20. Near the backside of the cavern, there are some loose rocks that look to have been purposely manipulated. Tenchi kind of moves them out, and she notices them because something's glowing, soft glowing from underneath. There's a small leather bag, and something's glowing from within it. Tenchi opens up the leather bag. This seems to be the payroll for the hirelings. There's 120 gold in the bag, 45 silver in the bag as well, and she would recognize them almost immediately. 2 regular healing potions, and a small silver ring that is giving off a bit of evocation magic. That you guys will say that on the way out, you examine the other goblins that you didn't have a chance for. Nothing too fancy on them, but between the rest of them, you collect another 6 gold and 4 silver pieces.
And by the time we get out to the main cavern opening, is my magic still up? 10 minutes. Is detect
What
magic
magic?
still up? Detect
Oh,
magic.
so the whole time you're coming out, I'll say by the time you get to the opening and with your detect magic up, no signs of any other,
blowing up.
nothing, no other magical references.
Okay.
You guys are out front of the cavern. You've
Collect
recovered the
the-
girl and some items and collect Adam, and there's still the wolf kind of following you along as you guys take the footpath back up above. Now, the question of the day is to journey all the way back to the priest, many, many days to get back to him. Bastion is less than a day. away from here.
She was going to Bastion?
She was on her way to Bastion to deliver that messenger box for the father.
But the messenger box is probably what she was delivering it for the father. And he
But-
wanted us.
But she doesn't know anything about a relic. At least that's what she
Right.
says.
Right. which is
He
why we
wanted you to
stopped talking.
recover the relic.
Uh-huh.
Didn't necessarily give you much instructions beyond that.
Do we go back to Father Bernard, or do we go to Bastion?
Well, there might be someone in Bastion who can get a magical message to him.
Well,
You can get further instructions.
that's true. We can also go to the Bastion. We can get.
If we go all the
Some
way back to
wagon.
him and find out we didn't get what he needed,
How far away is the Bastion?
It's a day away.
Okay.
It is midday now,
Mhm.
late midday. You'll probably have to camp before you get there. And you can get there probably by the following afternoon. Otherwise, it's about a 3 to 5 day journey, depending on the weather, to get back to the father.
I say we first go to Bastion. At least it's a stop on the way.
Mhm.
If they can get a message to him, he can give us further instructions. If we recovered what he wanted, awesome. If we didn't, then we have to go back there and search more. And I'd really hate to go 3 days and then 3 days back.
And who knows who would have gone through all of this stuff between then and now.
We assume we got what we wanted. He didn't give us enough information, so
I mean, it could have been the silver ring, too.
honestly, we need to wake up Evelyn here. She's getting
I'm sure
heavy.
by this time
Well, she need a short rest.
she's getting a short rest on her shoulder.
So with that, you guys can take a short rest before setting off towards Bastion.
Yeah.
All right, and that's where we're going to finish tonight.
No, come on. Let's go for 3 more hours.
Seriously, it's going a lot faster.
No,
It's
no.
Just
It's
the 4 of
perfect.
us.
It's perfect. That was, you know what? I'm liking the dual character.
Uh-huh.
I like that. I like the theater of the mind. I miss theater of the mind, and I had to do theater of the mind because I didn't really have any battle boards set up. And this particular thing you guys did tonight is like an older one shot that I had tucked away in my one shot category. It just kind of felt with a group of 4 like a stealth mission. Felt kind of cool.
My character
Which
was so not
3/4 of the way in, you guys did pretty well until
considering.
you guys. It was pretty epic. You did, although that one point when 2 of you were down.
That was a close. It was
If you hadn't done that healing before the wizard started kicking ass,
Yeah.
I'm glad
that
that
would
was
have been
like,
bad.
I
That
thought
could've
about
been
healing
bad.
my own character and be like, no. She's got second wind. I'm gonna
Yeah,
heal
because the
somebody else.
only reason why Tenchi was still up was because of that healing.
Mhm.
But Tenchi has 1 hit point left.
Oh boy. that I didn't want to say it, but that is exactly where
Everyone out there, thank you for joining us. Be safe, be kind.
Bye.
Monday night adventures are back, whether it's these grizzly goblins or the other players coming back or whatever we do. Monday nights
Yes,
are
because
back.
we are definitely
Cameras are
back.
working. I got some fine tuning to do. And obviously I can start working on artwork for Monday nights. So
And I have no problem.
thank you everybody for coming out. Really appreciate it. Be safe, be kind, and don't forget, play a game. Good night, everybody.
Bye. That one wasn't.